Should I go Sunny's off or leave them on?
Well, I would have, if I had my prescription ones, I would go on some shoot.
All right, I'll keep them.
But you don't need them, do you? You don't need glasses.
No, I wear contacts. I started during COVID. I started wearing them exclusively because my mask would always fog my glasses.
Go ahead.
And then I've just been wearing them.
Good morning, and welcome to everyone who's joining us today for this exciting event.
Dorothy, you guys are...
My name is Margaret Johnston, Kitchener City Councillor and Chair of the City's Community and Infrastructure Services Committee. I'm pleased to host today's milestone event as we celebrate the visible progress on our future indoor recreation complex. This morning we gather on the traditional territory of the Neutral, Anishinaabe, and Haudenosaunee peoples. We recognize our responsibility to serve as stewards for the land and honor the original caretakers who came before us. Kitchener and all of Waterloo region is enriched by the enduring knowledge and deep-rooted traditions of the diverse First Nations, Métis, and Inuit in Kitchener today. I would like to welcome our special guests here today, including the Honourable Neil Lumsden, the Minister of Sport, and our local member of Provincial Parliament, the Honourable Mike Harris, MPP for Kitchener-Conestoga. I would also like to welcome the mayors of Kitchener, Wilmot, and Waterloo, as well as my fellow colleagues on Kitchener City Council, our Integrated Project Delivery, IBP, partners, local sports organizations, and city staff. Today's event marks a very special occasion for our partners to come together to celebrate the province of Ontario's investments in our community and an important milestone for Kitchener's indoor recreation complex. To kick things off and share remarks on behalf of the province, I would now like to invite the Honourable Mike Harris, MPP for Kitchener-Conestoga, to the podium.
There you go.
I got to bring you guys everywhere with me. You sound good. Well, thank you, Margaret, and good morning. It's an absolute pleasure to be with you all here today at Kitchener's RBJ Schlegel Park. First off, I want to thank Minister Lumsden for his continued leadership and advocacy for community sport and recreation here in Ontario. Minister, your work is making a real difference for families across the province, and we're seeing this impact right here firsthand in Waterloo region. I want to thank Mayor Salonen for being here today and for her support of rural recreation, ensuring residents of Wilmot have access to quality facilities and community spaces. And a sincere thank you as well to Mayor Berry Vrbanovic for his leadership and long-standing commitment to building forward-thinking recreational spaces that continue to shape healthier and more connected communities for everyone who calls Kitchener home. I'm also pleased to be joined this morning by Mayor Dorothy McCabe and Addie Stander, Project Director from Multiplex, who is helping us bring this exciting vision to life. And I am very excited to announce that the Ontario government is investing $11.8 million in Waterloo region through the Community Sport, Recreation and Infrastructure Fund. One of the flagship projects from this funding is right here at RBJ Schlegel Park, the construction of the brand new quad gymnasium. This $10 million investment will create more court space for sports like pickleball, indoor cricket, basketball, and volleyball. Once complete, the upgrades will allow for hosting of sporting events and tournaments, which will bring economic benefits to the region. From weekend tournaments to after-school leagues and seniors fitness programs, this new facility will serve people of all ages, backgrounds, and abilities. This is the kind of infrastructure that unites us, and I'm proud that our government is making this investment. And I'm also pleased to share that we are investing nearly $380,000 in the Wilmot Recreation Complex to replace end-of-life refrigeration equipment for the ice rinks and to boost energy efficiency. Home to local teams like the Wilmot Wolverines, the Huskies, and the New Hamburg Firebirds, this upgrade is about more than keeping the ice cold. It is about keeping our community traditions alive and helping to keep energy costs down. The other two projects included in the funding in our region are $650,000 to upgrade snowmaking equipment and lighting and purchase a new surface lift at the beloved Chicopee Ski Hill. And this investment will help extend the lifespan of a facility that has been a community hub for nearly 90 years. And lastly, $775,000 to revitalize the Albert McCormick Community Centre in Waterloo, including upgraded entrances with sliding doors and automatic openers to improve accessibility, a refreshed lobby, and a new cooling system that will support year-round programming, and I'm pretty sure they're going to probably want it today. These investments are more than just brick and mortar. It's about what brings sport to community. It builds confidence in our kids. It strengthens friendships. It teaches teamwork, discipline, and resilience. And it gives families a place to gather, connect, and stay active together. This funding is part of a broader package which Minister Lumsden will go over shortly. And again, I just want to thank everybody who's here today, the hardworking construction team that's done such incredible work already on this site. And I do also want to give a shout out, Minister Lumsden, to your team. They have been incredible to work with. I know many of them are here today. We've seen a lot of investment come into this region through your ministry, and we're very pleased to keep it coming and have you here today. So with that, I'll turn it over to the Honourable Neil Lumsden to tell us a little bit more about what these projects mean going forward in the future. Thank you, everyone.
Thanks, buddy. Appreciate it. Appreciate you.
What a fabulous day. I mean, honestly. And I'm not just talking about the weather. I'm talking about having everyone here at this announcement. And Michael, great job on the overview. And I'll start by saying good morning, everyone. And it's great to be here with Mr. Harris and this exciting announcement, along with MPP Jess Dixon, who is a huge advocate, along with Michael, to help build our communities. I mean, one of the things we talk about all the time, and Michael, thanks for mentioning my staff, is we talk about being able to make a difference. Well, this is about making a difference. It goes beyond the bricks and mortar. These investments are a vital part of our communities, all communities. It's not just about the gyms and the pools. It's about bringing people together and what happens when you bring people together when you use sport to do it. Seniors stay connected, they stay active. Parents become coaches and managers. Communities are pulled together. Young people realize maybe it's not sport, but they get in another facet of sport, get involved in their communities. As families face these rising costs due to the tariffs, our government is focused on breaking down barriers so that everyone has an opportunity to participate in sport and recreation. That's why we introduced the $200 million Community Sport and Recreation Infrastructure Fund. And I will say this, that it is something that has been, the Premier was very supportive as the Minister of Finance when we took this proposal to them months and months ago, saying we need to get better. And we want to get better. We're the ministry to do it, and we have the communities that are willing to do it, and we had huge support from our government. So I know they're not here, but thanks to Premier Ford and Mr. Bethenfalvey for listening to us and understanding that sport is a vehicle. It helps municipalities across the province. Either it's repair or new builds. It's helping support the population growth. And as much as anything for me, it helps support youth and involvement in communities and stay in communities. It protects jobs, and it supports everyone within the community, even if you're not involved in sport. And protecting Ontario's future by strengthening our communities is one of our mandates. And it could be through sport tourism. Michael mentioned that. And over time, sport draws people to your communities. They stay for 2 or 3 days if it's a tournament. They spend money. They may come back. Maybe they find something that they want to return to with their family. Sport and sport tourism galvanizes people in communities and brings them here and then brings them back. And that's why we're excited about what we do in our ministry. Together, we're building a brighter future for sport and recreation in Ontario. And it'll be one community at a time. And someone I'd like to bring to the podium now, the Mayor of Kitchener, who understands that and has been very supportive of us. Mayor.
Well, thank you very much, Minister, and good morning, everyone. Bonjour tout le monde. Thank you, Minister, for being here today and for your kind words about this project. I'm absolutely thrilled to be here with all of you and join you in welcoming everyone to this exciting event for the City of Kitchener. Minister, I know since we first talked about this project, you've been an incredible advocate for sport in our province. You've been incredibly supportive, and I can't tell you how thrilled we are to welcome you here today, and hopefully we'll have you back for the ribbon cutting a year from now.
You got it.
And Mike, I don't know what to say other than it was a belated Happy Father's Day to everyone. But yesterday, everyone was talking about dads being superheroes. We like calling Mike our superhero in Waterloo region, and do want to thank him for all of his support and leadership in our community. Friends, it's incredibly inspiring to be here today and see the progress on the Kitchener Indoor Recreation Complex firsthand. It's hard to believe that just a year ago, many of us stood here together for the groundbreaking. At that time, this was an open field. What began as a vision, shaped through collaboration, is now taking real and remarkable form. Thank you to the Province of Ontario, Premier Ford, Minister Lumsden, and of course our local amazing MPPs representing the province, the Honourable Mike Harris and Jess Dixon. Thank you for your critical infrastructure investments through the Community and Recreation Infrastructure Program. I'd be remiss that in addition to today's funding, I don't acknowledge the previous $8.1 million contribution through the province, through the Investing in Canada Infrastructure Program, supporting this incredible recreational facility for our city. Thanks to today's announcement of an additional $10 million, you're helping to provide Kitchener's families, sports and recreation enthusiasts better access to modern facilities and for our community and the province to attract world-class sports tournaments. I'd also be remiss if I didn't acknowledge my amazing own council team, many of whom are here, both those present and those who couldn't be here today. Scott Davey, Dave Schneider, Jason Deneau, Christine Michaud, Io Oduni, who is the ward councillor, Paul Singh, Bill Ionitis, Margaret Johnson, who's emceeing and is the chair of our Community Services Committee, Debbie Chapman, and Stephanie Stretch. This council team, together with our top-notch staff team, has been tireless in their commitment to helping ensure we work closely together with other orders of government and other community partners to jointly tackle the big issues facing our community on behalf of the residents we all serve. In particular, I want to give a shout out to our Deputy CAO and General Manager of Community Services, Michael May, for his leadership on this project. The vision for Kitchener's indoor recreational complex has consistently been focused on creating a facility that will serve as Kitchener's premier recreation destination, while also being an inclusive and welcoming space for all community members. This includes an indoor 4-turf facility, an aquatic center with 2 pools, an elevated walking track, an indoor cricket batting cage, and a variety of other amenities serving the diverse needs of our growing community. Now, thanks to the province's investment of $10 million, we're moving forward with the completion of a multi-use gymnasium that will serve a variety of sports and recreation needs, including basketball, volleyball, pickleball, badminton, and more. I want to extend my sincere thanks to everyone who's brought this project to this point. City staff, our integrated project delivery team, including our partners at Multiplex, represented by Derek Gorgie and Etienne Stander, who you'll hear from in a moment, and of course the crews working hard behind us today, and many of whom are here joining us for this special announcement. We're thrilled that the ongoing partnerships with other orders of government, including the province's investment announced today, is keeping our skilled tradespeople working and building this incredible facility. We're also pleased to be joined today by members of our local sport and recreation community. We've been partnering with many local sports organizations to ensure that we're responding to the needs of our growing and diverse community through the built form and future programming of the facility. It's exciting to be standing inside the structure today, well, inside the property of the structure today, surrounded by steel, concrete, and the results of countless hours of planning and work. Thanks to the support of our government partners, we're helping to keep the work of this team going. Following today's multi-jurisdictional announcement, Team Kitchener and our IPD, our integrated project delivery partners, will be celebrating a special milestone for the Kitchener Indoor Recreational Complex, the raising of the final beam for the field house. When this beam is placed, it will quite literally help support the weight of this facility. But it will also carry something more: the hopes, the pride, and the signatures of all who played a role in making it possible. As a key funder of the project, we'll be inviting Minister Lumsden and Minister Harris to sign the beam on behalf of the Province of Ontario and make the mark on an important part of the history of Kitchener as incredible champions of this project. On the weekend, we also had MP Tim Lewis sign the beam to acknowledge the federal government's commitments to the project, but unfortunately he needed to be in Ottawa today in his parliamentary secretary duties since his minister is in Alberta as Canada hosts the G7. But all of this really speaks to the power of an all-of-government collaborative commitment to work together to build this great city and region. We're grateful for our government partners who are supporting Kitchener's vision, where we're building a city for everyone, where together we take care of the world around us and each other. We're building Kitchener together for a better city, a better Ontario, and a better Canada. Thank you very much. Merci beaucoup. And now I'd like to invite Etienne Stander, Project Director. Actually, no, I believe I'm inviting Mayor McCabe, the Mayor of Waterloo, to come forward and speak. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. I'm not sure if I have to wear this or not. I was having a good hair.
You do.
Do I?
Yes.
I'm having a good hair day. I don't know. Do I really need to put this on?
You look great. You still look good.
Do I? Okay. We'll see when I take it off. Sorry. Thanks, Mayor. Thanks, Barry. It really is an honor to be here. And thank you, Minister, for recognizing the importance of sport and community sport in our community. Personally, I'm someone who really grew up and grew a lot and met a ton of friends and learned so much through sport and sporting activities, whether it was basketball, whether it was playing hockey, biking, etc. So I know personally how much sport can bring people together, how it builds teamwork and how it builds, leadership opportunities, particularly for women. So we're really pleased in the city of Waterloo to be receiving the $750,000, and this is being directly applied to one of our oldest facilities, and we have the Albert McCormick Community Center, and we have, I don't see him right now, Councillor Hans Roach here, who often comments that he was I think about 5 years old when this building was first built, and so I'm not going to give away the age of the building or Councillor Roach's age, but let's just say it's a building that it's in great need of renovation and upgrade, and so that is what we are going to take this money from the province and do. We're going to build, as Minister Harris said, we're going to increase the accessibility of it. We're going to improve the roof structure. We're going to improve the hockey facilities, as well as the washrooms and that. And that's stage one. Stage two, there's more that we want to do at this facility. But Minister, I'll get back to you on that one. Yeah. But because, as I said before, we really know that building these kind of inclusive, accessible, welcoming spaces really speaks to the type of Waterloo that we're building, where people of all ages, abilities, income levels are able to gather, to come together, to connect, and to participate. So I want to thank the Minister Harris, certainly Kitchener for inviting us to attend this event today. I want to thank all the people here who are literally building the community. And we know in this era of build, baby, build, we're going to call on you and your resources and your smarts and your intelligence to help us build the Ontario and build the Canada and build the communities that we know will sustain us through these challenging economic times, but also really bring us together. These are, as I said, these are the type of community hubs that we need to find places to connect, find places to be resilient, and find places to bring citizens together. So thank you so much for that. We're also really excited, Minister, that you were in town, I'm going to say a month ago, for the the Ontario Summer Games. So we're really looking forward to that. So there's a lot going on between connecting our region and the ministry, and we're excited to host that next summer. So thank you, Minister. When we have the Albert McCormick Centre up and running, we'd be happy to get you on a pair of skates and have you do a few few laps around the upgraded facilities. So thank you so much. We're really excited, and I'll invite my friend Natasha Salonen, Mayor of the Township of Wilmot, to say a few words as well.
Thank you very much, Mayor McCabe, and thank you, Mayor Vrbanovic, for hosting today, as well as to all of the staff who have put on a really fabulous event. And most importantly, thank you very much, Minister Lumsden, as well as Minister Harris, for being here today to bring this wonderful news on behalf of the province. On behalf of the Township of Wilmot and our council, I want to extend huge gratitude and thanks for the $379,650 that is being invested in our Wilmot Recreation Complex. This funding is going to go towards upgrading key infrastructure, in particular, upgrading our refrigeration plant, which ensures that our ice actually stays as ice. And it's pretty important when you're skating. Yes, and it's going to be benefiting a lot of our community, including our local female Wolverines, our New Hamburg Huskies, and our Junior B Firebirds team, as well as our figure skating club. Although it's not a very exciting looking investment like this impressive building behind us, it is one that's keeping our community connected. And in fact, I was very fortunate back in January to be having a conversation with you, Minister, along with my councillors at Roma, discussing how important it is for all levels of government to come together and partner and invest in our communities in ways that we can bring community together. And through sport is one of those fantastic ways. And this funding, I mean, I don't know if you heard, but Wilmot's a little tight for money, so this funding comes very well received at a good time to ensure that we get to keep fantastic programming in our community. And as I reflect on the other investments that were announced today in our other communities, it really does go to show that investing in all of our different municipalities pays off, because I know that our kids go and play in Kitchener's facilities as well as Waterloo's, and I know that we host many a time out in Wilmot. So really all of today's announcements are going to benefit the whole region, and we're really grateful for that. So thank you so much to the province for seeing value in supporting local recreation and for ensuring that our kids and community can continue to play and have fun. So thank you, and I will now hand it over to Addie from Multiplex Construction.
So thank you, Mayor Natasha. So good morning, everybody. My name is Ati Stander. I'm the project director for Multiplex. Not only representing Multiplex here today, but the entire integrated project delivery team for this remarkable project that we see behind us. So at Multiplex, we're proud to stand with the City of Kitchener and the region, the ministers, etc., helping to build places where people can come together as you connect and thrive. Today marks an important milestone in the construction of the Kitchener Indoor Recreation Complex. So a future hub for community, so activity and belonging. As we raise a symbolic beam today, weeks ahead of the project schedule, we take a moment to reflect on both tradition we're honoured and future we're helping to shape. The topping out ceremony is a time-honoured as a tradition in many ways. For some, the roots trace back to ancient practices in construction and pay respect to the land and the nature. In many cultures, there's a belief that no structure should be built higher than the tallest tree. So as such, we have the sort of evergreen on the beam today. So evergreen is not only a symbol of, so it is a symbol of life, respect, and community, and it grows amongst us. This project is also about what we can accomplish. So when we work together. From day one, we've partnered closely with the City of Kitchener and this incredible team of consultants and trade partners. And I think we should give them a big hand, everybody that's here today. So through the integrated project delivery model and lean construction principles, we've made smart, sustainable progress to complete what we see here today. As Mayor Berry mentioned earlier, the first ground was broken about a year ago, and it's pretty remarkable to see from a concept design at this stage, we have this structure behind us. So finally, looking at the flags beside the evergreen, the symbol of pride, the City of Kitchener's flag, we got the Union flags up, and to the flag of the great nation of Canada. Should thank you for being part of this journey. And now I'd like to hand the mic back to Margaret Johnson. Hey, is that who I'm handing it back to? Yeah, Margaret. Thank you very much.
Thank you, ministers, mayors, and speakers for sharing this special day with us. We're now going to give members of the media an opportunity to ask questions about the Kitchener Indoor Recreation Complex. Please proceed to the microphone over there. And you're welcome to ask one question and one follow-up. And please provide your name and outlet when you ask your question. Thank you.
Yeah, I'll go first. Yes. Hi there, it's Josh Gorey with 570 News Radio. Obviously, today's a big announcement in terms of funding. For the Kitchener Indoor Recreation Complex project, I'm not quite sure who to direct this to, Mayor Berry Vrbanovic. Is the project currently on time and on budget? And you said that you would expect this to open in a year or so. Do we have an actual date on when it would open?
So great question, Josh. And yes, it is on time and on budget. That's one of the reasons why we actually used IPD, or Integrated Project Delivery, as the construction methodology for this project. It's what helped us get into the ground as quickly as we did. And it's also what's allowing us to add on this gymnasium space concurrently with the rest of the construction of the project. And so we are slated to open in summer 2026. An exact date would be difficult to predict. There could be a few things that impacted, like weather and so on along the way. But as of now, things are going according to plan.
Just one more. Sorry. And one more quick follow-up, just confirming the actual number of how much money is going into the quad gym of the 11.8 that Mike Harris Jr. had mentioned?
So it's a $10 million investment from the province of Ontario into that project. The whole project overall is a $174 million project.
Perfect. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Hannah Schmidt with CTV News Kitchener. Again, I think that I'm going to direct this to the minister. Minister, the province is committing over $11.8 million to this region. So how exactly do you decide which communities and projects receive funding under the Community Sport and Recreation Infrastructure Fund?
That's a great question, and before I answer it directly, those that are here today, not only the workers, I'd like to thank you for all that you do and what you're doing, because you are changing communities. And without you, we'd be in big trouble. So thank you all. And for those that aren't here, please pass on that. And for the people that were involved in the application process, clearly they did a fantastic job. And to your question, the applications need to be submitted on time, whether it's Stream 1 or Stream 2, and it goes through a rigorous process of scoring on a lot of different levels. And those that scored the highest, and again, we had $200 million, which is a lot of dough. And we had over $1.2 billion in requests, both for Stream 1 and Stream 2 when you put them together. So those bids, clearly the bid that came and the application came here was a gold-plated one. It scored very high. For those that didn't, hopefully there's an opportunity that didn't get recognition and the opportunity to take advantage of the fund. We'll get so in a later date, maybe in the fall, when we have the opportunity to release more funds. But it was a scoring mechanism done through everyone, consistent with everyone, equal for everyone.
Follow-up question. You mentioned, or it was mentioned about breaking down barriers and creating opportunities as well for young people. So how do you see that this new quad gymnasium contributing to that goal?
That's a great question, because it aligns with how we think and what we're trying to accomplish. The more people we can get active at a younger age, the better it is. The more we get young people exposed to sport, because it doesn't always end up in the sport that they start with, but they're exposed to activity, they're exposed for an opportunity to get to know people, their friends and other people. They're going to understand leadership, commitment, hard work as they go through the process, especially if they get into an organized sport. So we have the recreation piece, which is activity, which is important for everyone, from, as the earliest they can start walking to when you can't walk anymore, which helps our health system. The better we are at that, the better our health system is going to be, and to be supportive of that. Sport resonates in so many different ways, and I mentioned in my comments that young people that might not want to continue in sport as an athlete might become a player, or might become a coach or a manager, might get into physical therapy because they understand the importance of health and wellness for athletes. There are so many things that come out of sports for young people. It's just a phenomenal vehicle, and to support it like it's being supported here, to create those opportunities, is second to none. Thank you.
Okay, that concludes our media availability.
There we go. Done. Good. Joe.